Hi, right, today we got another video. This one is on some light bulbs. A company by the name of Starker, S-T-A-R-K-E-R, contacted me to see if I wanted to review some LED light bulbs, and I'm a big fan of LED light bulbs. All the ones in the flat have been changed to LED, and so they said no problem, we'll send you some. So here we are. Now I must admit, when they said they were going to send me some light bulbs, I kind of imagined they would send me one or maybe two, but instead we have got here a box of 5, and these are the 40 watt equivalent, that's 6 watt LED, and another box of 5 that are 60 watt LEDs. Now the style of the 40 and the 60 are exactly the same, just presumably either they're being driven a bit higher or they've got a higher rated LED chip in there. Now they seem to be sold, the Amazon link they gave me to them so I could have a look at them did show them as being sold as a pack of 5 bulbs. They are reasonably expensive, £19.99 when I last checked. Now, I don't know, I suppose it works out a bit under a £5 a bulb, but it still seems expensive really for LED bulbs. They're not the virtual filament type, as you can see. They've got the sort of standard kind of style of an older bulb in the sense of its diffused top. If we look underneath, there is definite distinctive yellow, and there's some wire mesh under there as well. I'm guessing they're using that to help create the slight enhanced warmness on it. They do give a 360 degree light beam around them, which is very nice. The box says that we got a lifespan of 30,000 hours, soft white, it's kind of warm white really, it's kind of in between, up to 80% energy efficiency, yeah, 110 lumens. So they do send you a little booklet with them. This is actually all in English on one side, it certainly seems. Well, the first part of it is. What have we got here then? So colour is ivory white, well that's obviously the colour of the actual outer shell of the bulb. They are Edison screw ones, which is a tad annoying because I mean we don't tend to use this in the UK. It's not a very common fitting. You get some table lamps, desk lamps, and some sort of floor standing lamps that do tend to use these fittings, but generally we use bayonet in the UK. So unfortunately, as much as I would love to be able to use them throughout the flat, I've only actually got one light that they actually fit in. So you get a few information on here. The voltage range is 85 to 265 volts, light direction 360 degrees, colour temperature is 3000 Kelvin, usual sort of stuff that they put along with these sort of instructions, so nothing particularly interesting there. So I've had one of the 60 watt versions running in the, I've got an upright floor standing lamp, that's the only lamp I've actually got that fits it in, and that's been running now for about 2 weeks. I have it on every evening and so far no problems at all. The light it gives out is very good. I'll probably change it for one of the 40 watt ones because it's a bit too bright. So good light output, colour temperature's fairly reasonable, it's okay. And yeah, no problems, it's not failed yet, it's not flickered, nothing like that at all. So all in all, very nice bulb. I'm quite impressed with them, and thanks a lot for sending me them for free. So unfortunately I can't plug one in. I was trying to get hold of a one of the Edison screw sort of, you know, lamp holder type thing, pendant, but can't get them anywhere over here. It seems you can get them online, but I didn't really think about that before I shot the video. I thought, oh yeah, it's okay, I can probably go and grab one from Screwfix or something, but you can get all the bayonet ones but not the Edison screw. So for future videos I'll get an adapter, and that way I can power them up on the bench and show you guys what they look like. But I will show you one that's fitted into my upright table lamps, so we're going to have a look at that now, and that'll give you an idea of what they look like. Alright guys, so this is the one that I've got installed in the upright lamp, and it's one of those lamps that sits up quite high up to the ceiling. So we'll turn that one on, and you can have a look and see what the light's like from that. Alright, so that's on, instant illumination, and that should give you a rough idea of what sort of you know, colour temperature you like to get out of this. It is daytime here still, but it certainly gives a nice warm light, very sort of comfy and cosy, and yeah, no problems whatsoever with them so far. So we go back to the bench, and I'm going to see if I can get one of these apart. Alright, so let's see if we can get one of these apart. I'm imagining that they are properly glued, it certainly looks like it, so rather than try and pry something in it, I think we'll just see if we can twist the thing off. Yep, that's coming out, that's not too bad. I guess you probably have to glue it back together again, so yeah, so that's the top part of it, so just a bit of glue that they've stuck around there. And so inside, now isn't that nice? It's certainly an interesting design, and I've certainly not seen any like this, and I've not seen any videos from anybody with one of these. That's certainly very interesting. So it looks to me like they're using, in a sense, the filament type, something similar to the filament. It's kind of a flat, you know, you get the LED filament sort of bulbs that have the look like real sort of filament, but they're LED. I wonder if it's something very similar to that. It's not quite as yellow, but we've got all the yellow around the outside. It's certainly interesting. It doesn't look like it really comes apart much more than that. Let's see if we can try and pop it off. Oh yeah. It's certainly the most interesting style I've found so far for a LED. I've not seen anything quite like this. So we pop that top bit out, and so it looks like we've got the power supply is buried in there. That's quite a nice design. I don't know if I can get that out, probably not without breaking it. So is it soldered on the base? So I don't quite know how they've mounted that in there, but I guess we'll just have to force it out. Alright, that's certainly a bit of force to get that out, but that's ripped the power supply unit out. So got live coming in here, neutral over here. What have we got? A 3.3 microfarad capacitor there, another capacitor there. So it looks like a switch mode, or some kind of switch mode system. Yeah, it is switch mode power supply, it's not the usual capacitive dropper. Got a little transformer there, smoothing capacitor there on the output. And can we see anything on the bottom? Doesn't look like they've rubbed off the numbers, but I can't quite make that out. We've got a bridge rectifier just there, and little, so I'd say 8 pin. It's actually got 4 pins on one side, but 2 pins have been joined together, and there's a pin missing and just another pin there. So that's probably the controller chip. It's quite a nice layout. There's no sort of anti-tracking slots or anything for isolation at all in this. There's no cutouts in it. It's just solely relying upon the transformer doing its job properly. So that could pose a slight problem. But again, the unit's sealed, so you're not likely to just be poking fingers in there and being able to touch any sort of live part or anything. So I think we'll desolder those wires and hook that up to the power supply and see what it lights at and what kind of current draw we're getting out of these. Wait for the iron to heat up. when desoldering stuff, it always helps to apply a little bit of fresh solder to the joint you're wanting to remove. There we are. So that's the power supply module out. Let's get the power supply hooked up to it and see what we're getting. So I'll set the current limit at 100 milliamps, and I think if we start at something around sort of 3 volts, and then we'll just go up and see at what point we get any illumination. Right, so at 3 volts it's not drawing anything at the moment. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 volts, 16 volts. Did we get something there? No. I can only go up to 31 volts, and that is at 31 volts on the power supply, and we're getting absolutely nothing on here. That's interesting. I mean, it's not even attempting to draw any current either. I'll put the current limit up. No, it's at 1.5 amps, and that's just not lighting at all. Unless they've got the polarity of the cables wrong, but I can't imagine it. No. So I'd guess that the this power supply unit is definitely putting out a much higher voltage than 31 volts. It could be in the region sort of 70, 80, or maybe even 100 volts, depending on how this this LED system works. It's certainly interesting. If any of you guys have seen this sort of style before and you've got any more information on what they're doing there, that would certainly be interesting. And what sort of voltage you need to light it up. The only way to find out really is to solder some more wires onto this and power this board up and check what the voltage output is on it. But I might leave that for another video if you guys want to see it. So there we are. So there's a sort of look really at these interesting sort of style LED lights. It's a shame that they're Edison screw. I think they do the bayonet fittings. They didn't really give me an option. They just said we'll send you some, and sent the Edison screw ones. So I hope you found that video interesting, and any comments please leave them below, and if you like the video please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you soon for the next video. Cheers.